Well, hello there. It has been quite a while since the last long form video. We're back, don't worry. We are bringing you guys back with an absolute banger of a video. Premier League predictions. We did it last year. We got questionable predictions. But still, we are back. And I know last year I had Finn joining me. I was going to get my parents joining me this year, but they didn't want to be in the video. So, they do have their predictions right here. So, basically, I'm doing my predictions, and I'm also saying my parents' predictions for the Premier League as well. So, hopefully I get most of these predictions right. If I don't, I'll be sad. But yeah, let's get straight into it. Starting off at 20th place, it's quite easy. I've went with Burnley. It is very, very easy. They've looked one of the weakest so far, 100%. I think they've only made 2 signings, because I can only remember 2 signings, Kyle Walker and Leslie Ukachukwu. And also, James Trafford has gone to Man City, so I don't know what's going on there. They don't have many good players, so I see them going back down. It's an easy 20th place. I'm going to go in order as me, Dad, and Mum. So, my dad has said Leeds for 20th place. I mean, to be fair, that's quite reasonable. But Leeds in 20th is quite harsh. They actually have a decent squad. And my mum has said Sunderland at 20th. I'm not going to try and leak the standings, but honestly, Sunderland have had one of the best transfer windows. So I definitely do not agree with that. Alright, let's get into 19th, which my 19th place, it might come as a shock. They've survived the Premier League for like 2 or 3 years now. I think it's 3 years, but this is their 4th year in the Premier League, I think. It is Brentford. They have sold so many good players. Their manager's gone. They're going to be hit hard. And Bermu's gone. Wissa's about to go, I think. Thomas Frank has left to Tottenham. They've made 2 decent signings in Kelleher and Jordan Henderson. But I don't think that's enough, to be fair. I think they'll be going down back to the Championship, which, let's hope I don't regret this in 10 months' time. If I do, it's going to hurt my reputation a bit. But yeah, 19th place, Brentford. My dad, however, puts Burnley in 19th, which, to be fair, I agree. I mean, I put them 20th, obviously, so yeah, I mostly agree with putting Burnley in the relegation zone. And my mum has said Leeds United 19th, which is honestly fair, which, for my 18th place, I've gone with Leeds. Yep, all of us have went with Leeds to get relegated. They've got a decent squad, but there's so many more better teams. I probably could name only 2 Leeds United players. Wilfred Gnonto, or if that's how you say it, and Perot. And also Melia. If Leeds get a new goalkeeper, which I think they are, then they might actually stay up and I might have to change these predictions. These predictions were quite difficult. Like, at one point I had Leeds United staying up, but so many lower teams making really good signings. Like, look at Sunderland. My dad has went Sunderland for 18th, which is okay. Still got them in the relegation zone, even though they have made good signings. And my mum put Burnley in 18th, so we've all got Leeds and Burnley being relegated. But mum's got Burnley being the slightly stronger side. 17th, I have gone with Wolves. They have lost a lot of players, just about gonna stay up, I think. They've lost Cunha, obviously. They've lost Nelson Semedo. I don't know who else they're losing. I don't follow Wolves. But they have made decent signings. I forgot who they've signed, though. Yeah, all they've signed is Jorgen Strand Larsen, who was on loan with them, but signed him on a permanent deal, and Jean Arias and Fer Lopez. So, needless to say, I think Wolves are just about going to survive relegation. And yeah, quite an easy pick at 17th. My dad, for 17th, however, has gone with Everton, which is low-key quite questionable. I mean, to be fair, both my parents hate Everton, so... But Everton are decent, so I don't know why my dad's got him 17th. My mum's got him 17th as well. So, Everton being in 17th, it's happened before, but it's probably not going to happen again. 16th place, I've gone with the best out of the promoted teams so far, based on their transfer history currently. Sunderland. They've made the best signings. They've been incredible in, like, making really good signings. They've signed Adingra, they've signed Granit Xhaka, they've signed Diarra. I can't remember any more off the top of my head, but they've made incredible signings, and they are definitely going to be one to stay up. They're going to be one to watch this season. AFCON is going to hurt them, but that's why I've got them 16th. If it weren't for AFCON, I probably would have went 15th or 14th. Yes, I know. Very bold of me. Anyways, for my parents' predictions, my dad with 16th has gone Wolves. Nothing much to say here, I can kind of agree with this. And my mum for 16th has gone with Tottenham, which is very, very questionable, considering they've made really good signings and I don't think they're going to finish around 17th ever again. But yeah, probably one of the most questionable predictions so far. 15th, I've gone with Everton. They are a decent team, but they just haven't really made the greatest signings. I mean, of course they've signed Dewsbury Hall, but that's literally about it. I think Iliman Ndiaye's probably leaving, but I'm not fully sure on that. But yeah, not much to say. Everton 15th, we move on. My dad with 15th, another very, very questionable prediction, 15th, Tottenham. Why have my parents got Tottenham really low? My mum with 15th, however, has gone Brighton. Very, very questionable here. I don't see Brighton going low in the table. 14th, I've gone with West Ham. They've made some decent signings in the youth, I think his name is, and also Callum Wilson, and I think they're looking at signing Brazilian goalkeeper John as well. Although they've offloaded Kudus, they'll be fine. West Ham will be decent this year. They'll put off a big fight in like a relegation battle, if they are going to be in one. But yeah, West Ham, I honestly thought they were going to do really good last season. I think I put them 9th last season. My dad with 14th. This is probably the most questionable prediction ever. But my dad has gone Aston Villa 14th. What is he doing with this prediction? First it's Tottenham 15th, and then it's Aston Villa 14th. What is going on? Anyways, my mum with 14th. One that I could possibly agree on, if they do really well, it's Wolves. But yeah, of course, me and Dad have got him 17th and 16th, but Mum's got him a bit higher in 14th. 13th place, this might shock some people, this might not shock some people, but I'm putting Nottingham 13th. Main reason here, they've got quite a limited squad. They've lost a big player in Anthony Elanga. They nearly lost Gibbs White, they haven't. But they have got such a thin squad, and I don't think Europe's going to help them. They'll struggle this season, but they'll do enough to get a solid low mid-table finish. Anyways, my dad with 13th, another kind of questionable prediction, but I've got them around similar. Bournemouth 13th. Of course, Kepa's gone, but they've also got, what's his name? Petrovic, who's actually probably an upgrade. But they have lost Dean Huijsen and Ilya Zabani just now to PSG. And that's probably why I've got them 12th. Oh yeah, I forgot to say where my mum put 13th. My mum put Brentford 13th. But yeah, on to 12th, I've got Bournemouth 12th. Mainly because they've lost their two best defenders. I don't know what they're going to do with that transfer money. But yeah, if they make some really good signings in the next week or so, they might actually improve. But not much to say, Bournemouth 12th. My dad, however, 12th place, he knows the drill, Crystal Palace. I swear, everyone's putting Crystal Palace 12th. It's like their signature position. My dad's went with that, even though he didn't even know about it. Which, actually, that might be the only prediction Dad can spot on, except for like, some at the top. Anyways, my mum with 12th. She's gone Fulham. Honestly, I kind of agree with that, which is why I've got Fulham 11th. I'll talk about it real quick. They have not made any signings at all. I don't think they've offloaded any players as well. So they're just around in the middle. They haven't upgraded their team. They haven't downgraded their team. So they're going to finish around where they finished last season. Just with a little downfall because other teams have gotten better, obviously. But yeah, that's all I got to say for Fulham. Fulham 11th place, that's easy. My dad with 11th place has gone Manchester United, so's my mum. And I'm going to talk about it as well because I've got Man United 10th, so all similar positions. Of course, we have signed Cunha and Buemo and Benjamin Sesko just now as I'm recording this. We're also looking at Baleba as well. So, needless to say, we're having a decent transfer window. But I'm probably one of the only Man United fans who's still got us around mid-table. Most of our fans have got us 7th or 8th or 6th. I just don't think we'll live up to that hype again. I originally had us 13th, which is mad. But ever since we've signed Cunha and Buemo, Sesko, nearly Baleba I think we're trying to sign now, it might be a good season for us. Anyways, my dad with 10th has gone West Ham, so's my mum. I must say this right now, they're both West Ham fans, so of course they've gotten higher up in the table. West Ham are decent, that's all I've got to say. They've upgraded a little, they've downgraded a little, they're just going to be the same as last season. Anyways, with 9th place, I've gone with Brighton. There's not really much to say about Brighton, although they have signed a really good striker in Castulas, so that will be a good signing, I must say. Absolute career mode legend he is as well. I signed him in one of my career modes and he got up to 97 rated. They've also signed Maxime de Kuiper from Club Brugge and Tom Watson from Sunderland. And many, many, many more players. My dad with 9th has gone Fulham, which I can kind of agree with. It's decent. I've got them, of course, 11th, as I said earlier. They're just a decent team. They haven't done much this transfer window, but they'll still stay around where they would be. And my mum with 9th has gone Crystal Palace. I'm also going to talk about it because I've got them 8th. Crystal Palace haven't made many signings. They've signed Sosa from Ajax and Walter Benitez from PSV Eindhoven. Eze's looking at possibly leaving as well, so I'm not sure about that. But Crystal Palace, they'll continue their run of form that they're in. They won the FA Cup a couple of months ago. And they've also got Europe as well, which is why some people have got them a bit lower, because Europe might hurt them. I think Europe might even make them better, I must say. Crystal Palace are my Europa Conference League winners. Anyways, with 8th, my dad and my mum have both got Nottingham in 8th. To be fair, they've gone with Nottingham Forest following off of their really good season they had last season, but I beg to differ. They've got such a weak squad after losing Elanga, but they've still got the likes of Gibbs White, Chris Wood, and Hudson-Odoi and all that. So who knows, they might continue their form. Anyways, in 7th, some people are going to question me with this, but I've gone Tottenham. They haven't made many signings, but they're still a decent squad. They've also got a new manager as well in Thomas Frank, which arguably is much more better than Ange Postecoglou. I mean, I know Thomas Frank's coached Brentford for like 6 or... No, I'm not gonna say so. And he's done a lot at Brentford, getting them promoted and getting them a couple mid-table finishes. So Thomas Frank has done really good at Brentford, but now he's at Tottenham. Tottenham have signed Kudus. They have also signed Joao Palhinha. Both decent players. But yeah, quite easy. Tottenham at 7th. My dad, however, has got Newcastle 7th. Which, to be fair, is alright, but I've got them slightly higher. Newcastle have a really good team, and if they lose Isak, they might actually be lower in the table. But for now, my dad's got them 7th. And my mum has got Bournemouth 7th, so there's not really much to say here. The only one in the family who's got Bournemouth top 10. Anyways, in 6th place then, I have got Aston Villa. Probably a clear 6th place here. They've got a really, really decent squad. And they've got a really good manager as well. So, honestly, Aston Villa are just going to do as well as they have done for like the last 2 seasons. There's not really much to say about Aston Villa, except they're pretty good. Now, my dad for 6th. These next 2 teams coming up in 6th and 5th. Super questionable. But my dad for 6th place has went Brentford. What is going on there? If Dad gets Brentford in 6th correct, I'm just going to delete their channel at this rate. There is no way Brentford comes 6th. No hate to Brentford fans or anything, but there is no way they're finishing 6th. Don't worry, my mum's gone with a team better at 6th, Newcastle. Not much to say here, but I've got them 5th, so I'm going to talk about it. Of course, they have been rejected by a lot of players. I'll put them all up on screen now. But they have signed Aaron Ramsdale and Anthony Elanga, so it should be alright. But the reason why I've gone Newcastle 5th, I've gone with the fact Isak is going to stay. Liverpool have already got Ekitike. They bought him for 95 million just so they can put him on the bench, just so they can get Isak for 150 or something like that. But yeah, quite easy going Newcastle at 5th. It's where everyone expects them to be. My dad for 5th place, another questionable one, Brighton at 5th. My dad is so questionable at making predictions. First off, it was Tottenham in 15th, Everton in 17th, which actually isn't that questionable. Frickin' Brentford 6th, Aston Villa 14th, Brighton 5th. Like, what is going on with these predictions? My mum's gone with Aston Villa 5th, which is fair enough. Aston Villa are a very decent team, so me and mum have got them high. Dad, for some reason, has got him 14th. I do not know what he's cooking. I do not want what he's on. Top 4. Everyone has got these 4 in the top 4. If you do not have all 4 of these teams in the top 4, something's wrong with your prediction. But yeah, 4th place. Me, mum and dad have all got them in 4th. Chelsea. Of course, winning the Conference League and the Club World Cup last year, they are a very decent team. They've made a lot of signings. They've offloaded a lot of players. And Chelsea are just improving in their squad. Loki, I might actually change them to 3rd. But Chelsea have been really good recently. Ever since they finished, 11th or 12th, they have been really good consistently. And that's why I've got them 4th. And that's probably also why my mum and dad have got them 4th. 3rd place, it's not the same. Me and dad have got Arsenal 3rd. My mum has got Man City 3rd. Arsenal being 3rd, I know they've signed Zubamendi, Gyökeres, they've offloaded Thomas Partey. Look, Arsenal are a really good team, we all know that. But I just don't think they'll challenge for the title this year. I know people are going to say, oh, Gyökeres is going to get like 30 plus goals. From what I've seen in pre-season, he's probably not. I mean, I'm saying he's still going to bag around 20, but still, that ain't 30. That might be the same reason for my dad putting him third, and I don't know the reason for my mum putting Man City third, but I'm going to talk about why I put City second, with my dad also putting him second as well. My mum's got Arsenal second, if you're wondering. Man City second, they've made really, really good signings. Obviously, James Trafford, they've sold Edison, finally. They've also signed Reinders as well, they've signed Shirky, they've signed pretty much everyone. They have made some really, really good signings. And it hurts saying this as a Man United fan, but they could challenge for the title again. They've definitely been one of the best English teams in this decade so far. If you say otherwise, I don't know what you're on. But yeah, everyone expected this team first, Liverpool. They have got, undoubtedly, the strongest squad ever. It's like Liverpool 2020 all over again. Or 2019, I don't know which one. Probably both. But they have signed Wirtz. They have signed Ekitike. They have signed... Who else have they signed? Liverpool have signed Ekitike, Freddie Woodman from Preston, Milos Kerkez, Florian Wirtz is the big one here, and also Jeremy Frimpong. And the only big players they've sold are Luis Diaz and Darwin Nunez. Oh, and also Joel Quansor. And Trent, obviously, as well. But still, Liverpool have got one of the strongest squads, definitely. If they don't win the league, I don't know what I'm going to do. But yeah, their squad is looking incredible. Anyways, that about does it for Premier League predictions. I'm going to put on screen where me, my dad, and my mum have got every single team. And if you want me to do game week predictions for every single game week, 50 likes on this video. I'm going to do game week 1 predictions anyway. So yeah, thanks for watching, keep your chin up, work hard, and as always, have a great day.